Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the January 31st, 2024 board meeting. It is our inaugural meeting in the Joe L. Fiordaliso Board Hearing Room, which we dedicated and named last week. Let's rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Madam Secretary, will you please read the public notice statement?
Adequate public notice has been given pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act. Notice have been posted at the board's office and website and emailed to the Department of State and to newspapers of broad circulation within the state.
Thank you. Can we have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Crystal DeLu. Here. Commissioner Abdu.
Here.
Commissioner Bange.
Here.
President Gosadoli.
Here. And when is our next board meeting?
The next regular board meeting will be held on Wednesday, February 14, 2024. It'll be a hybrid meeting in person at the board hearing room at 44 South Clinton Avenue in Trenton and live streamed via YouTube.
Thank you. Along with our regular board agenda, we have a consent and we will be going into executive session. So we have two items in executive session, 2B and 8A. And I expect that that will take just about 10 or 15 minutes. Can we have the AG's office?
Good morning, President, Commissioners. Items 2B and 8A fall under exception B7 of the Open Public Meetings Act, found under NJSA 10-4-12, as the matter falls within the contract negotiation attorney-client exception.
Thank you. And could I have a motion to go into an executive session?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks. We are back from executive session. Good morning to those of you who have just joined us. Can we please start with the consent agenda, Madam Secretary? And there will be 2 votes. Is that correct?
That is correct. On consent agenda items 1A, 4A, and 6A. Need a motion and a second?
Motion-
So moved?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Christo DeLu,
Yes?
Commissioner Abdu,
Yes.
Commissioner Bange,
Yes.
President Gulcedovi.
Yes. And the second vote.
On consent agenda items 9A,
Motion, please.
So moved?
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Christo DeLu,
Yes?
Commissioner Abdu,
Yes.
Commissioner Bange,
Yes.
I'm abstaining for that one, sorry.
and President Gulcedovi.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now on to our regular agenda, starting with Dean, happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday. We will not sing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But we're thinking about it.
We are thinking about, we talked about it,
In our brain right now.
but that's right. That's right. We're all singing in our minds. Let's start with 2A.
Good morning, Madam President and Commissioners. On December 11th, 2023, Elizabethtown Gas Company filed a petition with the board seeking approval of an infrastructure investment program and a associated cost recovery mechanism pursuant to NJAC 14:3-2A. Elizabethtown Gas has proposed a 5-year program beginning on July of 2024 with a total investment level of approximately $625 million. At this time, staff recommends that the board retain this matter for hearing at the board and designate a presiding commissioner. Staff further recommends that the board set a bar date of February 29th, 2024 for the filing of motions to intervene and/or participate.
Thank you, Dean. And we're designating Commissioner Bange, correct? Yes.
Yes, be happy to do that.
Great. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved?
Second.
Any other questions or comments?
I'd just like to encourage Presiding Officer Bange that when he's looking at this issue, to make sure that Elizabethtown can give us more specifics as to where they're going to spend the money, rather than just giving them $625 million and waiting to tell us where they expect to deploy it. I'd rather have a list of projects ahead of time that Commissioner Bange could then authorize.
Thank you. Can we have a roll call, please?
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Christo DeLu,
Yes?
Commissioner Abdu,
Yes.
Commissioner Bange,
Yes,
President Gulcedovi.
Yes. Thank you and happy birthday. 2B, Stacy.
Morning. By order dated November 17th, the board approved a proposal made by Rockland Electric to conduct a procurement process where Rockland would enter into bilateral contracts or agreements to hedge the cost of energy purchased from the New York Independent System Operator to satisfy the BGS needs for residential and small commercial customers in the company's central and western divisions. On January 30th, 2024, Rockland conducted the procurement process for these customers for the period June 1, 2024 through May 31st, 2027. An independent analysis conducted by Bates White indicates that the RFP proceeded without meaningful interruption according to the board-approved rules for the RFP and in an acceptably fair and transparent manner. Bates White recommends and staff concurs that the board certify the RFP results. Staff also recommends that the board direct Rockland to execute the necessary documents with the winning bidders.
Thank you. Can I have a motion?
I'll move it.
Second.
Thank you. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Christo DeLu,
Yes?
Commissioner Abdu,
Yes.
Commissioner Bange,
yes.
President Gulcedovi.
Yes. Thank you. Stacy, staying with us.
Yep. On November 1st, Atlantic City Electric filed a petition seeking to maintain its zero emission certificate reconciliation charge at zero. ACE also renewed its prior request that the board allow this and future ZEC reconciliation charge filings to be handled similar to the BGS reconciliation charge filings through 30-day notice compliance filings. Rate Counsel has submitted comments on this matter. As a result of the request in the petition, there is no bill impact on customers. Staff recommends that the board authorize ACE to maintain its current ZEC reconciliation charge at zero. Staff further recommends the board deny ACE's request that this and future reconciliation charge filings be handled similar to BGS compliance filings. However, staff notes that several of the electric distribution companies have made similar requests to modify the handling of these filings. Accordingly, staff recommends the board direct ACE to work collaboratively with the other EDCs, staff, and rate council prior to the next annual filing to attempt to find a resolution. Finally, staff recommends the board direct ACE to file revised tariffs by February 15th.
Thank you.
Move it.
Thank you. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal DeLu?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
President Goldsadovy?
Yes, thank you. And again,
On June 1st, Public Service Electric and Gas filed a petition seeking approval to decrease its per-therm margin adjustment charge rate. The petition was subsequently updated to provide actual data through September of 2023. Following a review of the petition, the update, and conducting discovery, the parties have executed a stipulation. As a result of the stipulation, customers would experience no change to their monthly bills. Staff recommends the board issue an order approving the stipulation and directing Public Service to file revised tariffs by February 15th.
thank you. Motion?
I'll move it.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal DeLu?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
President Goldsadovy?
Yes,
Do you want me to keep going?
I mean, I think so.
On July 31st, Elizabethtown Gas filed a petition seeking authority to revise the Clean Energy Program component of its societal benefits charge and its on-system margin sharing credit for the period October 1st, 2023 through September 30th, 2024. Elizabethtown updated the OSMC calculation, yielding a higher credit per therm based on revised projections. The parties have executed a stipulation which would result in the monthly bill of a typical residential customer decreasing by 4 cents. Staff recommends the board issue an order adopting the stipulation and directing Elizabethtown to file revised tariffs by February 15th.
So moved.
Second.
Thanks. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal DeLu?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
President Goldsadovy?
Yes. Getting tired yet, Stacy?
No.
Okay.
On July 31st, Elizabethtown also filed a petition seeking review and approval of the company's remediation adjustment clause and net manufactured gas plant costs incurred from July 1st, 2022 through June 30th of 2023. Following a review of the petition and conducting discovery, the parties have executed a stipulation resolving the matter. As a result of the stipulation, a typical residential customer would see a monthly increase of $2.02. Staff recommends the board approve the stipulation and direct Elizabethtown to file revised tariffs by February 15th.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal DeLu?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
President Goldsadovy?
Yes.
2G.
Thanks for reminding us, Stacy.
On July 31st, Elizabethtown Gas Company filed a petition seeking authorization to revise the rate associated with its energy efficiency programs. Following a review of the petition, updates, and conducting discovery, the parties have now executed a stipulation. As a result of the stipulation, a typical residential customer will experience a monthly increase of 82 cents. Staff recommends that the board issue an order adopting the stipulation and directing Elizabethtown to file revised tariffs by February 15th.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal DeLu?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
President Goldsadovy?
Yes. 5A. Stacy, you're still here.
Switching sectors.
That's right.
On November 9th, 2023, New Jersey American Water filed a petition requesting approval to modify its purchased water adjustment clause and its purchased wastewater treatment adjustment clause rates. On November 20th, Middlesex Water filed a motion to intervene, noting that it has a specific interest in the outcome as it's a large purchaser of water from New Jersey American Water. The motion was unopposed by any party. At this time, staff recommends that the board grant the motion.
So moved?
Second.
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delune?
Yes?
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
I recuse myself.
President Gosadovi?
Yes.
Do you want me to
Thank you.
keep? I'm just-
Thank you, Stacy. We have 6A. Good morning, Ann. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Commissioners. The board has jurisdiction to oversee and enforce the provisions of the Underground Facility Protection Act, which mandates that the board establish a one-call damage prevention system to prevent damage of underground facilities resulting from excavation and/or demolition. The act grants the board the authority to designate an operator of the system. The system operator, among other things, receives excavator requests, messages to mark the location of underground facilities in the area of planned excavation or demolition. Excavators are not charged to make a call to 811. The system operator provides the message to the underground facility operator via a ticket. The underground facility operators pay the system operator for these tickets and provide markouts at no cost to the excavator. The current contract began on October 15th, 2015, when the board selected One Call Concepts to operate the system for a second 5-year term beginning on March 1st, 2016, and ending on February 28th, 2021. According to the contract, One Call Concepts receives compensation for each message received and collects such compensation through the per-ticket charge to underground facility operators based on an estimated average number of tickets per message. The estimated ratio of tickets per message ensures that One Call Concepts receives the contract rate of $7.41 per message. One Call Concepts is compensated for its services by charging the underground facility operators. The contract permitted 2 one-year extensions, both of which were approved by the board on April 6, 2020. Additionally, on April 6, 2020, the board approved the $43 per ticket rate and associated tariff with an effective date of May 1st, 2020. On February 17th, the board approved a third contract extension pursuant to standard terms and conditions. The extension was to terminate on February 28th, 2024. By letter dated September 14th, 2023, One Call Concepts agreed to extend the contract for an additional year, except for that they have asked for an increase in the per message rate of $7.41 to $8.49. One Call Concepts is not requesting that the outgoing ticket rate of $1.43 change. Pursuant to standard terms and conditions, the extension is allowable if it's in the best interest of the state. The system, which is a federally mandated safety program, furthers the board's mission to provide safe and adequate service at reasonable rates. The program protects residents of New Jersey from dangers caused by the accidental contact with underground utilities during excavation. Excavation in the state cannot commence safely without first identifying the location of the underground facilities. In order to continue this program during the ongoing procurement process, staff believes that extending the contract is in the best interest of the state. Therefore, staff recommends that the board approve the fourth contract extension for the period of February 29th, 2024 through February 28th, 2025, in order to provide continuity of services during the procurement process. Staff also finds the proposed message rate reasonable as it has not changed in 8 years. With respect to any deficit or under recovery, staff notes that the current tariff rate per ticket at $1.43, if that's insufficient to cover the increase in the contract message rate to $8.49, One Call Concepts will be responsible for covering that loss during the extended contract period.
So moved?
Second.
Questions or comments?
Just one. What is the total cost that we give to OCC annually on average? Ballpark.
It's about $5 million.
Thank you, Ann.
You're welcome.
Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delune?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
President Gosadovi?
Yes, thank you. 7A, Rich?
Good morning, Madam President and Commissioners.
Morning.
This matter involves a billing dispute between Martin Capozzi and Jersey Central Power and Light Company. The petition was transmitted to the Office of Administrative Law for hearing as a contested case, and Administrative Law Judge Jeffrey Rabin filed initial decision in this matter with the board on November 2nd, 2023. At its December 6, 2023 board meeting, the board granted a 45-day extension of time for issuing a final decision. No exceptions to the initial decision have been filed. Mr. Capozzi, in his petition, claimed that he was incorrectly billed by JCP&L. He claimed that when he turned off his circuit breakers, his meter continued running. Mr. Capozzi contacted JCP&L and requested an investigation as well as a billing adjustment. JCP&L, in the response, stated the meter was tested and performed it was found to be accurate. The company also conducted a switched meter investigation and determined that there was a cross-meter situation. JCP&L completed a rebill on the account, and it was billed for actual usage associated with the meter registering service for his property for a period of 6 years, as per NJAC 14:3-4.6. Thereafter, Mr. Capozzi was issued an adjustment of $8,220.42. JCP&L contended that services were supplied and billed in accordance with terms and conditions and rate schedule set forth in its board-approved tariff. The company requested that any additional relief sought be denied on the basis that Mr. Capozzi failed to set forth a claim upon which relief may be granted. ALJ Rabin concluded that Mr. Capozzi failed to prove he was entitled to an additional reimbursement as he did not offer any credible evidence. ALJ Rabin ordered the request relief in this matter be denied and the matter be dismissed. Staff has completed its review and recommends the board adopt the initial decision.
Thank you.
So moved?
Second.
Questions or comments?
I'd just like to say, I feel terrible for this guy.
Yeah.
I really do. I wish there was something that we could do as a board in some capacity that would allow people to start that clock running from when they first notice a problem, not from when they file some very elaborate, it probably is something elaborate that a regular person doesn't want to do on a Sunday afternoon after a busy week. So if we could find a way to make the consumers find an easier path forward to start that dispute process, I think that'd be very, very good use of our time.
Yeah, I would certainly empathize with Mr. Capozzi. Understanding he did get the 6 years of relief, but it's still frustrating. So, thank you. Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delue?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bain?
Yes.
President Gulcedovi?
Yes. Switch. 8A. Kevin, don't worry. I'll come up with some embarrassing questions or comments for you at some point in this role, but haven't gotten there yet.
All right. Morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Morning.
Clean Energy Act of 2018 directed the board to require each electric and natural gas public utility to achieve annual reductions in electric and natural gas usage by their customers within their service territories. In early 2020, in 2020 and early 2021, board staff worked with these utilities to create energy efficiency programs for the 3-year period from July 1, 2021 through June 30th, 2024, known as Triennium 1. The board issued orders on May 24th, July 26th, September 27th, and October 25th of 2023 regarding Triennium 2, which will run from January 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2027. The board further directed the utilities to file their proposals for the Triennium 2 programs on or before December 1st, 2023. All 7 filings must be analyzed by staff simultaneously. On September 18th, 2023, the board approved staff's request to release a request for response to the state's public institutions of higher education. The RFR would require the selected institution to provide analysis of the filings and support staff in the review of the filings, and to provide project management support for staff as needed. This item was discussed in executive session, and staff requests that the board approve staff's recommendation on engaging a university to assist staff with Triennium 2 energy efficiency filings. Staff further recommends that the board designate President Gulcedovi to execute a grant agreement with the selected university on behalf of the board.
I'll move it.
Second.
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delue?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Recused.
Commissioner Bain?
Yes.
President Gulcedovi?
Yes. Thank you, Kevin. Last but not least, Dr. Hewitt.
Good morning, President and Commissioners. This item relates to a subsection T application from CP Engineers on behalf of Sparta Township to have the Sparta Township landfill project certified as being located on a brownfield pursuant to subsection T of the Solar Act of 2012. The applicant's proposed 7.29 megawatt DC project is to be located on a 20-acre site at the Sparta Township landfill located on block 12,001, Lot 4, in Sparta Township, Sussex County, New Jersey. Staff reviewed the application, noting that the Sparta Township landfill was not properly closed at the time of application, and the applicant chose to submit the project for consideration as a brownfield. Staff supplied a copy of the application to NJDEP for their review of land use classification. Staff received an advisory memorandum on the application where NJDEP determined that the 20 acres proposed for solar development does not constitute a brownfield as defined by the Solar Act of 2012. The proposed site is a municipal landfill and thus is not considered a brownfield. Based upon the information contained in the application and the advisory memorandum provided by DEP, staff recommends that the board deny conditional certification for the applicant's 7.29 megawatt Sparta Township landfill project as not being located on a brownfield consistent with the Solar Act of 2012.
Thank you.
So moved?
Second.
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delue?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
President Gulsadovy?
Yes, thank you. That concludes our agenda. I would like to thank staff, as usual, all of you for your work to get us to this point today. And if there are no other closing remarks, can I have a motion?
I'll move that.
I will second.
All in favor?
All right.
We're adjourned. Thank you.